Hello and welcome to another video. So we're going to be playing just a little bit of Giant Dirt Rune. I've just got one really interesting long kind of game. We unfortunately don't get to play Giant, but it is pretty cool. So all your standard dirt cards, nothing too crazy. Going mainly for the Elder Mage lore combos and Juno's Secret Labyrinth, Professor of Taboos, those sort of things. And Giant just being kind of an extra play. So we'll get right into the game here. Alrighty, so it's Giant Dirt Rune versus Forest. So we get second, which is alright for this deck. You can't go too wrong with that. We do draw Giant in our first hand, but I do mulligan it because I really wanted something else. Giant is good, but to have it super early isn't always the best. We do go double Insight though. I probably could have held the Giant, because Insight could have worked, just one Insight could have worked fine. But we do just end up with a double Insight, which is still fine as well, so. So we go for, obviously, turn 1 Insight. And then we get another turn Insight. Just to kind of draw in. I could have went with the Teacher, which might have been better, but I was hoping, you know, maybe I have a chance of drawing a Giant, so we'll just kind of hold off playing them until this turn. But we don't, so we just keep drawing, and because now I've got enough to use these Earth Sigils, which can be a pain to work around Earth Sigils, but when you do get them to work, they are quite fun. So the Fairy doesn't really get played much, the Forest cards just don't seem to be playing much at this turn, and I just end up returning stuff, which is usually pretty alright. Alright, so now we get into the interesting turns. Turn 5, I'm probably going to play the Ancient. Being able to play the Ancient on 5 and then get the Conjure Golems is awesome. The only unfortunate part about making this play is the fact that I'm going to overdraw, meaning I banish my next draw, which, as you'll see here in a minute, was probably the worst possible option. Having the overdraw, I was hoping, oh yeah, if I burn Giant, burn one Giant, that's fine, burn one of something else, that's fine. But the card I burned was probably the only card in the entire deck that would have helped secure this board really effectively. So, I burned Caladimus. Which, like I said, would have been perfect because I could have banished the entire board and I had to worry, but I didn't, so. We do go with the Professor of Taboos, clear instead. Pretty much the same value, just in a different manner. They are left with 4 damage instead, but this is still pretty effective. Does fill my board, which is nice. Unfortunately though, they do seem to basically clear up as much as they need to. Their trades are just really nice here. But we have plenty of options. I mean, Juno, Conjure Golems, Banishments, Elder Mage. You know, the deck's got a lot of good options to it, which is what I like about this deck. It's not too easy to just brick your hand with this deck, unlike other dirt decks where it can be quite easy just to brick your entire hand and have nothing to play. So we do get to see the 0-2 Earth Sigil, which is awesome. Hopefully setting up for some other kind of play, kind of the aim here. So they do play another Crystal Tear, so we've pretty much seen most of their burn, quick burn removal that I needed to worry about. We should pretty easily be able to deal with this, fortunately. And Time Worn opens up a really effective way to do this. Being able to easily kill off the tier. It's just like back in the old days. And still develop our board as much as we need. Get out of many of the Earth Sigils and stuff, and a couple of Conjure Golems. Just pick off the board a little bit. Just trying to wean our way in for damage. Baiting our turns out. You're done for. So at this point I have a few options. I just wasn't sure where to go. I could pretty easily just trade into this with what I have on board and set up a Juno Secret. But instead we do draw into the Petrification, which is a much better play. Use the other one for banishment. And then proc the Crimson for 3 more damage. Which was, I thought, pretty reasonable. Our next option is either Dragonlaw or Juno. Dragonlaw has a few good options because it can drop into the Wind Blast, which is a 5 damage burst. But they do start going for Roach combos, which worry me a little bit. So I need to find a way around a Roach combo. Fortunately, Juno does open up good plays against Roach combos due to the amount of wards you're given. And the Dwarven Alchemist just allows me to try and draw into what I need. And to set up for a decent Dragonlaw play even though I have no amulets left. So we do end up with the double ward. So even with a semi-decent Roach combo, they weren't going to easily get rid of everything. And instead they altered Fate, which I thought was really odd here. They probably could have pulled off some Roach combo and went for game, but they oddly went for double altered Fate. Which I thought was just a little weird. And basically all I can do here is hit face and then turn. Because there's just nothing else I can do. Which is a big risk. I mean, if they had have been playing Path to Purgatory and they had both in hand, I would have been pretty screwed. Fortunate part is they didn't seem to have had Path, or they discarded it in the Altered Fate. And from here, if you notice, we've got a pretty easy lethal. Like, they have 1 point to clear off 2 things. So we could easily just trade, play out the Dragonlaw, pull out the 5 damage off the Wind Blast Dragon and slam it into their face for game. Which is a really nice way to close this game out. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you will find the deck list in the description below, along with any other important links. If you've got any adjustments to this deck, you can leave them in the description below. Obviously I don't want to overhaul the whole deck, it will just be slight modifications, but it's pretty fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya!